Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bridgie. How you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for joining me. If you have not subscribed, please ensure you subscribe before you exit this video. And if you hit on the bell sign, you get a notification whenever I post my videos. So this is the Alafin of Oyo. He's a Royal Highness, and the first picture you saw there is his wife called Anu. Queen Anu, and these are his wives. He has 7 wives. And Oyo is in Oyo State in Nigeria, is one of the kingdoms in Yoruba land. So this is one of his youngest wives. Her name is Anu. A couple of months ago, this 23-year-old queen, or ex-queen will I call her now, who is married to the 82-year-old Kabiyesi. So Anu is 23 years old and the Kabiyesi is 82 years old. He recently celebrated his 82nd birthday. She granted an interview in August to the BBC saying that her husband, gives her everything she wants. She's very happy in her marriage and she has no regrets being married to the Kabiyesi. According to that interview, she said, this is August 2020, she said that her husband gives her everything she wants. And on top of that, he also gives her peace. And she doesn't regret marrying Kabiyesi. And I quote, she said, I have the right to make my choice. I cannot lack a mother and not have a husband who will give me peace. I'm at peace with where I am. The Alafin of Oyo gives me everything I want. But people just like to talk about a person who has the grace of God upon their lives. I'm not saying people shouldn't talk, but for me, I don't regret the decision of marrying the Alafin because I have everything I want and God is helping me. So that was back in August 2020, just a couple of months ago. So you can imagine the surprise when this same Anu came on social media yesterday and she was screaming that her life is not safe. So what happened is that a couple of weeks ago, she moved out of the Kabiyesi's palace, and there was news that she moved to Lagos. Remember that one of the Kabiyesi's wife earlier left, which was sometime during this year. So this is the second one that is leaving. And this 23-year-old was saying that her life is not safe. This is the statement she issued. She said, "It's with great sadness that I'm putting out this statement. I deem it necessary to do so as I feel my life is being threatened as a result of me walking out of my marriage. The purpose of this statement is to let all and sundry know that should anything happen to me and my children, it is as a result of my exit from the palace, and the monarch should be held responsible. It is not my wish to walk out of my marriage without reason. I cannot continue to live under bondage as I wish to live and be the best that I can for my children. I chose not to grant any interview to the media outlets, as this is my personal and private life in which, for the sake of my children, I choose to live quietly in order to live for them. However, I feel my life is being threatened, and to which I walked out of my marriage to protect, and I will not be quiet about this." And then she said, "I know that people have formed their opinions, either biased or unbiased, as to why I made this decision to marry the monarch or leave my marriage without saying much. Walk in my shoes first and see where it hurts before judging me. This is not to seek for any sympathy. I just want it to be on record." Then she went ahead to say that it is with great sadness that I'm putting out this statement. Okay, now. Then she says, "This is an outcry to protect my life. That I left the palace should not warrant any threat to my life. I can never deny my children the right to their father. However, it is only motherly for me to have them with me. I was appalled to find out that my family is being harassed because my location is unknown to the king. The attempt to also have me kidnapped failed. I can no longer keep silence. I refuse to live in bondage and will do everything and anything within my human right to be free. I want to live and be the mother of my children. I would like to seize this medium to tender my unreserved apology to anyone who perhaps may be disappointed or angry at me for putting out this statement. This has to be done as I don't feel safe. My life is of utmost importance to me. I want to walk around without any fear of being stalked or scared that anything might happen to me. Thank you all for your understanding. Queen Anu. So that was the statement that was issued by Anu yesterday. She posted it on her Instagram page. And what is funny about this story is that these young ladies of these days, it's only God that will deliver them. Because I do not understand why a 23-year-old girl, young in her prime, would choose to marry an 82-year-old monarch who has 7 wives. But and only a few months ago, she came out and was telling us to shut up. Everybody should mind their business. She's happy. Her husband is this. Her husband is that. I mean, I don't blame the Kabiyesi. He's a king, and a king can marry as many wives as he likes. He's a polygamous man, even though he's a Muslim. He's also he's also a traditionalist to the core. These are the ones that keep the tradition of their people. So he can marry as many as he wants. But you that you know that you are a small girl in your prime, decide to go and marry this Baba that you know that he's old enough to be your ancestor. For goodness sake. And these ladies keep dragging this Baba up and down. From one photo shoot to another, they will not allow this Baba to rest. Every day you see Kabiyesi, they are taking photo shoot, they are dressing in different regalia. And the funny thing is that this girl now left the palace. She left the palace. Obviously, she has a reason for leaving, which she has not told us, so we don't know. She left the palace because she said she was not. One of the reasons she gave is that she said she didn't like the way the other queen was treated. That's the one that allegedly was cheating. And there was actually an audio that was released on one of the blogs on social media where there was a discussion going on about how some of these younger wives of Kabiyesi have been cheating. Whether that is 100% correct, I don't know. Allegedly. So, Anu spoke only a few months ago. She was telling us about how Kabiyesi is great. He's a very good man. He's this, he's that. And then she said there was nothing she didn't say about her husband. She said, oh, the Kabiyesi is a great husband. He's her teacher. He's a very generous spouse. He made her a fulfilled woman. And only for her to just quietly pack her things and run off to and the funny thing is that whenever they want to leave, they always run off to Lagos, all these girls. The other one too that left ran off to Lagos. This one too followed suit and ran. I mean, people will have different opinions about this sort of, relationship. Some say that these young girls are very, very materialistic. They're only looking for the prestige that comes with being a queen. And they look for the money that the Kabiyesi is able to provide life for them, because you see them, the kind of life that they live is that they just, she makes up, then she will do a photo shoot and take pictures and go from one party to the other. If the Kabiyesi is going out, maybe she will be chosen among the ones that will accompany the Kabiyesi to, different functions. So it's basically a life that is so laid back where you are pampered. But you know what? Like she rightly said in one of her posts, all that glitters is not gold. Other young girls out there looking in will be thinking, oh, she has everything. She's married to a king. But she that's in there knows what she's going through, because she jumped into it. She married a man that is old enough to be her great-grandfather. An ancestors. This is an ancestor. 82 years old. You small girl in your prime because of greed and long throats. She has 2 twins. She has children for the man, a boy and a girl. She has twins. Now she's taking the children and ran off to Lagos. Of course, the king is not going to fold his hand down. And I mean, I don't understand what is happening these days with these kingdoms and, with all these Kabiyesis. Because we heard before that a queen or a Kabiyesi's wife or a king's wife never, ever leaves. You cannot leave except he formally, releases you. But all these modern day queens, it's like they like the title. You see, she finished putting out the statement and still signed it as a queen. Then she went and did a photo shoot where she was wearing a crown like she's a king and, posing with the children just to pepper whoever it is watching. But my dear, you can't eat your cake and have it. If you don't want to be the queen or one of the queens of the Alafin of Oyo, then you cannot retain the title of a queen. You have to drop it since you don't like the life. and you ran away to Lagos. So, like somebody rightly said on social media, it is Anu of Lagos that you should be bearing now, not Queen Anu, because you are no longer a queen. You cannot be a queen without the king. You must have a king for you to be a queen in a palace. So, she's crying now, saying that her life is not safe, that, her family is being harassed. If this is true, then obviously it's not the right thing to do. I mean, I'm not going to support the fact that, they are trying to harass her or maybe do something terrible to her, like she's crying foul on social media. If that is true, then definitely it's not the right thing to do. But my point is that these young girls of nowadays, they not just the fear at all. Even the fear at all. You look that man as old as he is. You say, I mean, just looking at him and looking at her, just look at them. You cringe you just cringe that this small girl have the courage to be seeing the nakedness of this baba. There's got to be something that is just humanly wrong in it. I'm telling you guys. This is the way I say. This is just my personal opinion. I know some people may disagree, but it's just wrong. And still having children. And now she's run off, causing a lot of confusion. Now there's a lot of, turmoil now going on, a lot of gist. And, KBAC is somebody that is distinguished. It's a royal household, a royal family. This is one of the most prestigious, kingdoms in Yoruba land. And these young girls are bringing these kingdoms to disrepute now because of all their, gallivanting up and down and, running off and, just generally being, allowing people, blogs, and you should see what people are writing all over social media about a king because of all these young girls. But then again, we can say that we blame the young girls for being greedy and looking to sow looking to reap where they did not sow. But even the babas themselves, they don't help matters. Nobody is saying that, a king should not marry as many women as he wants. But where do you cut off? At what age do you cut off that 82? You marry a girl that is 23. She is old enough to be your great-grandfather. Or your great-granddaughter. My people, I don't understand though. I don't understand. It's just, I don't know, what are they going to have in common? The Baba is tired. If in this part of the world, maybe if he's not very strong again, say he would have been in our old people's home. They have nothing in common. What can they do? So how is she going to enjoy? And moreover, it's a polygamous home that there are other wives. It's a harem of women. And then she's not satisfied now because maybe she doesn't have as much time with her husband. And, there's no excitement, there's no fun. And, maybe they have to be doing rota, who is going to KBAC for today, who is going tomorrow and all that. And, of course, all the fighting, the infighting that will be going on in the Alafin. All the wives, everybody will be doing their own, and there will be jealousy, strife, envy, and everything going on there. So I really don't understand what these young girls of these days are up to. She's flying off to Lagos now. People can say, oh, why do they marry so many wives? But he's a king, like I said. After us, King Solomon married 700 wives. He has just started. Maybe before he reach 100 years now, there's still room for him to marry many, many, many more. But my point is that, actions like this is bringing a lot of disrepute to the kingdom because of the actions of the so-called queens, these younger girls that they're not ready to stay. They are not ready to stay. It's like they go in and they see that, okay, all that glitters is not good. Next thing, they will pack their things. And before you know, they run off to Lagos. The other one was accused of, of having an extramarital affair with one musician like that, which the musician denied, but nobody knows. But the fact is that this young girls, is just, I don't know, it will take the grace of God for them to find fulfillment or any kind of, apart from the money. And the thing about money is that it's what when people are born in poverty, they are very hungry and desperate for money. But what I found in my big age in this life is that is what you don't have that has value to you. Once you have it, it's not a big deal anymore. And all these things that you think that you buy, designers, lace, you dress, you have plenty, say you'll be tired. You will not even feel like sometimes. It's when you don't have it that it feels like, if only I can just have this, my life will be perfect. All these things don't bring happiness. They don't bring joy. So that's the gist. So as Queen Anu is saying that she's fleeing from her life, she's afraid for her life. So let's pray for her and hope that they are able to resolve this quietly away from social media, because this is becoming very disgraceful and shameful for a whole kingdom, for all these small girls to just be running up and down and rubbishing the Oyo kingdom. It's not very good at all. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it here today, guys. Leave me your thoughts and your comments in the comment section. I'll speak to you guys in my next one. Thanks a lot for watching. I love you. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.